All right, let's kick off this deep dive. Today, we're unearthing the remarkable story of Terry Foley, a true legend from the annals of English football and, more specifically, Yeovil Town. Our sources for this journey include some incredible old newspaper clippings from Foley.pdf and a wonderful biographical tribute, Terry Foley, Yeovil Town's unsung hero.
Yeah, and what's really compelling about this deep dive is that we're not just, sifting through stats. We're actually piecing together the life of a man who was absolutely integral to a club's spirit and its success. So our goal here is to pull out the most important insights about Foley's career, showing you his immense impact both on and off the pitch. Get ready for some, well, surprising details that will truly illuminate why he's considered such an unsung hero.
Okay, so let's start right at the very beginning then. Before Terry Foley became, synonymous with Yeovil, where did he first make his mark in the football world? What was his reputation like as a young player?
Well, Terry Foley started his professional journey at Portsmouth, and he was quickly recognized for his efficiency. Basically, a player who got the ball and got rid of it, meaning he moved it quickly, cleanly, effectively. Always played his part without much fuss.
That's a great start, but his road to Yeovil Town wasn't exactly a straight line, was it? Sounds like there was a bit of a chase involved.
Oh, absolutely. Player-manager Basil Hayward, who took the reins at Huish, Yeovil's ground, in 1960, had actually been watching Foley for quite some time. He even tried to sign him for Portsmouth initially, believe it or not. Foley first chose to go to Chesterfield, but Hayward, well, he was persistent. Yeovil finally got his signature in 1961, and that's really when his celebrated career with the Glovers truly kicked off.
Right, he arrives at Yeovil in '61. The sources keep calling him a workhorse. What did that actually look like on the pitch? What was his style, his position? How did he affect the game?
Foley was really defined by his incredible energy and selflessness. While primarily a striker, his versatility was, well, immense. He had this uncanny ability to set up goals for others. Dave Taylor, Yeovil's legendary top scorer, famously said, "Foley did all my work for me," which tells you a lot. He wore the number 8 shirt with real distinction. It was just a central figure in one of Yeovil's most iconic sides during their golden eras. It was this relentless, tireless effort, often in the less glamorous parts of the game, that made him so vital.
Now, when you hear a workhorse, you might not immediately think, big goal scorer. But Foley's numbers, they tell a surprisingly different story, don't they?
They absolutely do, yeah. Despite that unselfish, industrious style, Foley netted an impressive 114 goals for Yeovil in 287 appearances. It kind of begs the question, how did a player known for doing all the work manage such a high goal tally? It really speaks volumes about his efficiency, his timing in the box, and just a genuine knack for being in the right place at the right moment. His work rate didn't stop him scoring, maybe it even helped it.
Okay, let's talk about some of those specific moments then. He clearly played a huge part in championship wins, some really memorable victories. What are some of the standout goals and performances that really highlight his impact?
Oh, definitely. Foley was instrumental in Yeovil's biggest triumphs during his time there. Take the Southern League Championship win. He scored the decisive goal in a real nail-biter, 1-0 against Nuneaton. That secured the title for Yeovil the 3rd time in their history. That specific goal, they called it a Green Dream goal, set up by Found and Mellon-Owen. And it came after a 10-year gap since their last championship.
A long wait.
Yeah, and that season, the team even set record points for the Western section, going back to 1931, so a huge season.
And wasn't there a big FA Cup moment, too?
Yes. His famous strike that knocked Southend out of the FA Cup in November 1963, that was a really memorable one for the fans. And he also had this knack for delivering in crucial games with multiple goals. For example, he bagged 2 in an 8-0 thrashing of Cheltenham Town at Huish, showed his finishing even when the team was flying. Then there was another time he scored 2 match winners in the last half hour against Wisbech, a 3-1 win, turned the game around, got them crucial points after a bit of a tough patch.
So he wasn't just scoring, he was scoring important goals, often more than one a game.
Exactly, precisely. Yeah. Against Romford, another 3-1 win, Foley really caught the eye in attack, scored 2 fine goals, and did much good work in midfield too. Gave Yeovil a splendid start with a goal in the 3rd minute, and his second came after Pounder and Taylor had already hit the woodwork. So relentless pressure.
Right.
He even got 2 in a 4-1 Southern League win over Kettering. Showed his range there too. One from a free kick set up by Muir, the other a powerful 20-yard shot. He could really break a game open.
Sounds like he was the go-to guy for those game-winning moments, even when things looked tough.
He absolutely was. You remember that 1-0 win over Rugby Town?
Yeah.
The reports say they were clearly setting up defensively, like 6 men back in their own half, just trying to stop Yeovil scoring.
Trying to park the bus, basically.
No, pretty much.
Yeah.
But Foley delivered. Scored the decisive header, 57th minute, broke the deadlock, and pushed Yeovil further ahead in the Southern League Premier Division. And even when he got injured, but in a 3-1 win over Margate, where he was briefly off with a bandaged head, he came back on and still contributed to the win alongside Dave Taylor. His presence was just consistently vital.
So this brings us to his overall commitment then. It's clear his dedication to Yeovil Town went way beyond just what he did on the pitch during the 90 minutes.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? How deeply can one person become woven into the fabric of a club? Terry Foley holds this really unique place in Yeovil's history, not just as a player, but he was also the club's first ever substitute.
Oh, really? First sub.
Yeah, came off the bench against Hereford, September 1966. A little piece of trivia there. But what truly underlines his profound commitment is this. Beyond his playing career, Foley also served as the groundsman at Hoche.
A groundsman? No way!
Yes, it wasn't just a job. It shows this extraordinary dedication to every single part of the club's success. A proper clubman. And those 287 appearances, well, they just add to that picture of consistency and importance.
Okay, what's truly fascinating, though, is that despite all this, the goals, the work rate, being the groundsman for a long time, nobody knew where he was. How did they eventually honor him, and what happened when he was finally, well, rediscovered?
Right, well, upon his retirement, Yeovil did honor him. They held a testimonial match against Queen's Park Rangers, managed by Alex Dock at the time. Drew a decent crowd, too, 4,118 fans. Terry got presented with 668 parts, which was, decent sum back then, recognizing his service.
Good gesture.
It was. Yet for many years after that, his whereabouts were basically a mystery to the club and the fans. It wasn't until a really long-standing Glovers fan, Terry Rendell, managed to track him down. Found him living down in Hampshire.
And the sources paint such a lovely picture of that reunion. It sounds quite touching.
They absolutely do. Yeah, it's a great end to that part of the story. Terry Foley, now 87, was apparently genuinely delighted to find out that his incredible legacy at Yeovil Town hadn't been forgotten at all. He and his wife, Gloria, had this wonderfully warm reunion with Terry Rendell. He got presented with a Yeovil Town mug and scarf just as a heartfelt token of appreciation.
That's lovely.
It is. Nearly 60 years after his last game, it's clear Terry Foley remains this deeply beloved figure in Yeovil's history, a true Glover through and through. His impact just resonated far beyond the final whistle.
So you can really see why Terry Foley is seen as this unsung hero. He was the tireless workhorse, the versatile player scoring crucial goals, the very first substitute, even the man looking after the pitch as groundsman. His impact on Yeovil Town during those golden eras was just, well, undeniable, and his story is a real testament to the enduring power of a true club legend.